7:03.
I'll call the meeting to order. Has everybody had a chance to look at the previous minutes from May 8th? Wow.
T&T shows, yeah. I move to accept the minutes as written.
Okay, second?
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good.
Who's
Going around.
so don't look like visitors are gonna have.
No, they should be good.
We're up to Danny.
Hey, you're on.
We're good. Really nothing. Our truck is done.
Is it done? What's the
Yeah.
tally?
I don't know, they just left a message on the
Oh, they
machine,
didn't
said
leave
it was
the-
done.
They haven't sent me
Well,
any.
Todd's not here, so we.
When did they leave you the message?
Today, sometime this afternoon.
Alright, should I go look, see what the cost is gonna be?
What, you think I already mailed
They
you?
usually email just like you.
Okay,
I'll
let's
go look.
check it
You
out.
guys can talk, I'll go.
Yeah, it'd be nice to
It
see.
ain't like we can leave it there.
Well, no, but it's just good to know.
Yeah. Parts came in for the sifter, so I don't know how much that was. I didn't see the bill on that. And
No,
besides
they
that,
did not.
they didn't?
No.
They're gonna wait, and put it in the truck. When you pick it up.
Probably just fit in the back.
Yeah. Gonna need your overload permit.
Besides that, we've done a little grading, a little ditching, and we're cold patching today and probably tomorrow. We'll probably run out of cold patch.
When is it they supposed to pay?
They told me they thought they'd be done in August, or doing it in August.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need some more cold
Yeah.
patch to make the road last till August?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called up Joe today, I said, you get any better blacktop than what you had? And he said, probably not.
I mean, which is okay.
So what
because
says, is
I'd
there
rather
somewhere
have-
else to go get that?
You can go to Whitcomb's, go to Hutchinson.
Well, let's go to Hutchison's, we can throw a little money.
That's a good idea.
We'll send Danny over.
Where is he? Where is he?
Hutchinson? Well,
Oh, so that's really not that far.
when I talked to Joe today, he said there was some wire that you can buy coal, and I have no idea who that is.
Cause it'd be nice to have it soft, right?
I don't know if Gray's does any or not.
Who?
Gray's paving in,
Oh, they must
Coventry.
have
They're
to
right there.
buy theirs from somebody.
I don't know, they got an asphalt plant there.
Oh, they do?
Right across the road from Calkins, right
Yeah.
behind Calkins, well, you know where you're heading towards Coventry. Calkins is, the pit is on the,
I didn't buy it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
look on the right, there's two piles of stone, and behind that is Gray's paving.
Well, we'll see what happens, you know.
Did you say you run out or there's still some
So
left?
you got a little bit left, but we've been, I don't know, I didn't look inside the shed, but it's getting, we used probably 5 ton today, I don't know. 3 to 5 ton.
So we've already got 3 trucks of chloride this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think there should
And
be
it's
another,
going up a
there
lot.
should be another one too.
It's gone up a lot.
It has?
From what it was last year, yeah.
It was what, 90?
You've used
It's
15,000.
1,100, it's a, yeah. Well, it's a $1.15 a gallon.
And it was only like 90 something, wasn't it, last year?
When I talked to him, he told me it was only 90 some odd cents a gallon.
That's what I thought, no, it's,
Oh, maybe it's shrinkflation. It was just partial a gallon, he's using different units like the grocery stores do.
Yeah, 'cause I called him this morning,
Yeah.
Come again.
and it was 90 or 98 cents a gallon. Well,
So we should double check with him and make sure.
yeah, I mean, next time I call him up,
Yeah. Because that's 25 cents more than you,
what he said.
yeah.
Besides that, everything is good, I guess.
Any questions for Dave? Other questions?
Now, is this, we do this, what, quarterly, or how's this?
No, twice a year. We
Twice
do
a
it now and we'll do it again in either, August or September.
Looks like he's
We
doing
just
it.
do half and half,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, John, anyone?
Well, so, they just left me, they need a grand list extension request because they're not, the current use is not finished. And usually they do their grievances on, June 1st and 2nd, you know what I mean, that first weekend in June, and they're not gonna be able to get it done. Deanna is, from Property Valuation and Review, and she's gonna have to come back and help Jenny finish it. So they need an extension, and that has to come from you guys, which is no more than you guys just approving it.
So I have a motion to approve the extension for the continuation of the grand list.
I move,
Done. Second,
instead?
any discussion on this one? All those in
Okay,
favor?
I'm lost. Who said first? You?
I moved,
I'll second it.
Okay.
I moved it. It's not the TNT show anymore.
Well, I was like, thank you. No, that's all I need. Yeah.
That's
just
like
sign it,
Ethan
please.
here.
Yeah, that's a
Which
T and
is
J
not a
show.
big deal. It just means they're gonna be a couple of weeks after the
Would it
thing.
help if we had another lister? Of what if things
Why, do
gotten
you wanna do
along?
it?
No, no, what if things gotten along faster?
Yeah.
So how much, are we gonna have to
Well-
reappraise everything?
No. So what happens is right now, the state of Vermont came through with this Vermont pie thing that is now all different. Like, we used to go with NEMRIC for the grand list, the CAMA, the everything, and the state of Vermont is redoing our whole grand list, system and all of that stuff, and they're starting to incorporate it now, so everything's different than what it used to be. So, you know, the system you're used to, especially when you're used to it, I'll say, you know what I mean? It just doesn't work over there right now, so Deanna has to come in and do all of the current use. Everything else is going okay, but the current use is just not.
So how come Richford has to reappraise and we don't have to? Are we keeping up with we're close enough? or-
No, we're gonna
Because,
have to,
because I was told, the banker told me last week that we were gonna.
no,
be doing-
our COD is, it should be at the 20 mark and ours is 26. So they're going to make us, but there's so many towns because of the
That are-
whole, you know what I mean, like, things are out of whack everywhere, you guys know that. So there's so many towns out of whack that they haven't mandated Berkshire to do it yet.
Cause we're closer
But
than
we are
most.
going to have to.
See, I think Fairfield just did theirs.
Yeah, but there's too many towns already, so they haven't actually told us we had to, but we're gonna have to within the next year or two. But yeah, so, but the current use thing is, yeah, it's just really out there and it's, as Andy knows as a lister, when you
Yeah.
change the whole program that
How
you're
come you've got
using.
done that?
Other thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
We've
only
all
other
done
one we
it.
have is the gentleman that came from,
Oh, Johnson.
Johnson?
yeah,
Told
you know what I
him to
mean, he said
retire
he'll
now.
come out
You
here.
come
but
back when you
we
retire?
don't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, but
Union first.
I think it's a good idea at some point because
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't mind
we-
doing it.
we need help and I think it needs to be somebody outside
Right, right.
that slides in here.
Yeah.
So it's something we can discuss later on, but I
We
agree.
did
I think
discuss
it's a-
hiring somebody a few
Yes,
meetings back,
from Johnson.
That's why I said the gentleman from Johnson said that, yeah.
but we decided to wait and see what happens.
And nothing has changed.
Right,
So we're still waiting.
exactly.
Were you here then, or
Yeah,
was that on?
I think I was on the
Yeah.
first meeting back.
Yeah, I think it was the first meeting.
Yeah, so it's just something to look into for sure,
Yeah,
definitely.
or else see if we can find somebody local that wants to do it. I mean,
No, we've tried. We called, I put it out there, we tried everything. Sorry. I tried it once.
So, maybe second time's a charm.
No.
Yeah, that, with your dog money and that, you'd be able to retire younger.
Yeah.
I could just be like, I'm out of here now,
Yeah, we don't want that.
if I wanted to. Well, you always want to. Okay, so Danny, I just need you, did you approve that Lost Nation Road driveway? Because you're the only one that needs to sign it.
Yep.
So they did send us a notice of the highway safety improvement small grant. I'm sure you got the same thing. But it's only good for signage, which the state was supposed to do for us anyway. Stripping or clearing and breakaway devices, we don't use any of that stuff, do we?
Breakaway devices.
Well, our signs are all breakaways.
That's what I'm saying, like, they said you can get a small grant, but it's only for signage, clearing, and
That's why
I don't
I
know.
some breakaway devices.
Brushes.
Cut and brush
Must be.
Is that
for around a sign, or?
I don't know, that's what I'm. But you can get from 5,000 to 35,000.
Oh, that pays for your flashing sign, wouldn't it?
Well, that's a good idea.
Maybe we'll have to look into that. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we
it's
could
out
get
there,
two.
let's go. Okay, no, that's fine,
No,
yeah.
I mean, it said signing, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fine, yeah.
signage,
Good
so
idea.
I'll look into it. This was yours from Lisa. I don't know if you want to discuss any of that with them.
Oh, I went to the meeting last Monday, a week ago today, in Richford. All our people from the state were there, the chairman of the different committees, whatever, and all our local representatives were there from Franklin County and Grand Isle. And it was, they had an all-day thing, they went to Richford to talk about ARPA funds and things like that, and then they went to some people went to the mill in Richford, that mill's on Waters, or
The,
Hardwood Hill.
yes,
Mhm.
natural
Lumber
wood.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the solid,
Oh,
solid.
Josh is
Yeah.
what I see.
And then some people went to the airport because they put a lot of money in at the airport, and the others went, they were gonna go to a school, but the education secretary had a flat tire, she couldn't come, so they canceled that part. And they went other places, and it was interesting, there was a lot of talk. One town was concerned about broadband, and that they're not getting a whole lot of it in the town, they're hitting roadblocks, and then actually it was the man that used to have been the head of, not the man, the person used to be the head of Vermont Electric Co-op, and she talked about things and how that, they're working on that, she's the head of that committee as far as broadband goes and stuff. And so that was a concern that somebody had, but they said that if anyone has any concerns about anything, they can talk to the police who's there.
Mhm.
You can ask your legislature person, and they either put you to the right department head to get funds. There's a lot of funds out there.
They're doing a lot of work, like in Fairfield, Bakersfield, I see a lot of fiber
Yeah.
optics
Well,
going.
Fairfield was the guy that was complaining about they couldn't get some grants in federal.
They're putting a lot of money into
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
I was just saying, I can't wait till we roll through Berkshire.
Yeah. So it was interesting, and they said, contact your legislator, and they can show you where to go, which person to talk to as far as getting federal funds. Because there's still money out there for water and energy, sewers, things like that. The water department in East Berkshire might be one that could help, but we don't have any sewers there. So it's interesting.
Right, and there's no, I mean, we don't have a lot of buildings, so the energy
Right,
need
right,
doesn't
yeah.
really work for us either.
But then Catherine, I can never remember,
Dimitri.
she's gonna come to one of our meetings, because Berkshire's on the list of, to have our buildings that we own, town owns, have an energy audit. There's money there to bring it up to date and stuff. So I asked her, well, what if we were gonna get a new garage, how, would there be money there to help the energy efficient and stuff? And she said, well, possibly and stuff, so there is money there too. So she's gonna come to a meeting, and then there's another woman that's, I can never remember her name, but she is in charge of the energy committee for, regional
That was
planning.
Emily, wasn't it, or was it? Oh, no,
Marlena.
Marlena Valenta, yes.
Marlenta. She's in charge of the energy committee from the regional planning commission. And she might come to a meeting too, because they are looking for projects to do. So it was interesting. It was actually pretty well attended. It was the best attended meeting that they've had so far, because they've gone to different counties all over the state, so it's good.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Mhm. Yeah.
And that was it.
Okay.
Hour and a half. And they were right on time.
So the next thing is, just so you guys know, which I'm sure you're not too overly, but but they're doing the actual notice of hearing, Bellevue on Mark's Farm and stuff up there on June 14th, and there is a meeting you can attend via Zoom, whatever, if you guys
For
choose
the
to.
gas?
Yeah. So, I have it posted on the bulletin board as well, but this came to the select board, so I'm just putting it out there, like.
And we had that whole thing that the lawyer sent, right, is that?
Oh, yeah, no, I have
Oh,
the,
that-
this is separate, this just
Okay.
came today in the
Okay.
mail, and it, what did it say, June 14th,
Mhm.
but it's a Zoom
Mhm.
type meeting, so if anybody wanted to attend it, and I posted it for anybody else, just so you guys are aware of that. So, on the garage,
Yeah.
so we went back to the bank with the fact that we only needed, you know, I mean, less than that. It was still $10,000 a month. So it's still gonna be $120,000 a year for the payment on the garage, even when we broke it down. So, I mean, it's still like, I don't know. It's just something for you guys to think about, like, how you're gonna incorporate that into the budget next year, if that's what we do.
Now, did we send that guy a get started letter?
No. We haven't done anything yet. We went back to the bank just to see where our payments were gonna come in, and like I said, it's still 120.
So 70,000 more than we planned.
Mm-hmm.
Or- For how many years?
25. Which, I mean, you did raise the paving 50,000. If you knock some of that off, you can kind of, but I don't know if you want to go down on paving, because then you're behind on your roads again.
We
so.
just, yeah.
But there, I don't know any other place you're gonna cut. I tried to think about it, and I really don't know.
Would it be, I don't know, if it'd be cost efficient, just make it smaller, the garage, I mean,
That's what I mean, I don't know.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that would really
Well,
make a big difference.
we-
No,
asked-
knocking one bay off knocks
Yeah,
like
no.
70. It does,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not,
yeah.
the shell's what costs the
Right,
most,
right.
so.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I'm just letting you know that, yeah.
So
We
that,
need
that,
it.
that looks
Yeah.
like, what's that look like on paper to the average taxpayer?
Oh, if you
Per
went up the
100,
next year,
per
I
thousand.
can figure that out for the next meeting. I didn't
Yeah,
figure
just-
it out
just-
ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like, yeah, figure out what the taxes went up this time, then but I can figure it out, yeah.
Yeah, we have to have. do
Because it's
something, yeah.
literally,
Well,
it's
yeah,
like
I mean,
90,000 more a year, which really, I mean, overall probably wouldn't, but.
I mean, it's not gonna get any cheaper one way or the other.
No.
We can keep kicking the can down the road, it's,
Mhm. Oh, no, I agree with you, I'm just, yeah, so no, I can figure that out.
Yeah, that would be good to know.
Mhm.
But then if we want to go ahead with it, the next step is to contact that.
yeah, before he gets too busy and we put it another year down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is time sensitive now.
I wonder if we should have them do it, because his drawing's gonna be good for several years anyway.
Yeah, let's just sign them up, get them on board, that way there, if we, next year we're.
We
good.
have to
'Cause if we
have,
keep-
Whoa, 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 don't look at me to do
Oh,
that.
so I move that we approach that company that was here, the one that showed interest.
Okay, wait, okay, whoa, okay, so are you talking about the engineer, or are you talking about the company that's gonna, you guys got me
Who's the guy
confused.
The engineers, we need him before we can do anything.
Okay, that's, okay,
Yeah,
when you
the-
said company, I thought you were
Well,
talking
what was his
about
Not
name?
Adams.
Dave
Roy,
Roy, yeah.
What was the name of his company?
no, David Roy.
It was like Lehman and something.
Yeah,
but
it's Beeman,
Those guys have all died, he said, and it's him and his brother.
okay,
So that we would have to give him a retainer for.
I have no idea,
You have to do.
Well, he would figure,
All the
Which-
permits and stuff.
okay,
he would figure in like 80,000 for them, and then that one permit's 22. But we're gonna need them no matter what we do.
Yeah.
At least you
so
get
if
the
you can
design
get some
going.
things done this year,
Yeah,
we
you
still
know,
have money this year, you know what I mean, get that stuff started, yeah, okay. so.
Cause like I say, they said if they even started now,
When did
they're not gonna be ready till like January to
Right.
send it out to bid.
So that was a month ago.
Yeah, so, yeah, we might be even later
Yeah.
now, yeah.
So we have a motion and a second to contact
David Roy,
David Roy
yeah.
to start the process.
And we know it's all in favor, because, you know.
So,
Okay.
are you gonna call him or you want me to call
So what exactly do you want me to tell him? I mean, I.
Tell him
because I
we're
will
going, we're
email
moving
him.
forward.
Okay.
So whatever he needs,
What's the
because
first
we,
step?
because if we
Okay.
don't, yeah, because if we don't tell him, we're gonna be where we
Okay.
were with the last 2
So what does
years.
he need from us?
him? Well, that's why we're where we are, because we just never did nothing.
Yeah,
I'll have to see if he can come to
Mhm.
another meeting.
Okay,
Tell us.
meeting June 5th, or whatever, the next 14 days, okay. Or the 19th, okay.
That would be good
All
to
right,
know
we'll
the
just
tax.
start with that, okay.
tax
And then
rate.
I'll figure that out, okay. All right,
That's it?
that's all I have.
No,
the ambulance people have contacted me,
Yeah.
or they wanna
About the
get the
first
first responders going here in Berkshire, yeah.
But they wanted us to pay for their first responder course.
Or something, I'm not sure exactly what they wanted, but I'm just putting it out there, they're interested in getting the ball rolling again on that.
Yeah, that's what I told them,
34.
because,
Has Chris come to
like
see you
Kelly,
yet?
yeah,
Or
because
Kelly?
Kelly already is, but the other two, Garrett and Chris, would have to be certified.
Yeah,
so they'd
they're
have
going to take
the
classes
course.
to do,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Does the state do those classes, or do they have someone special?
I don't know where, Chris said he already
Chris
had
said
that
that
figured out.
they got it figured out. The fire department, we make them pay for the class, and then when they're done, we reimburse them, so we'll do the same thing here at the town. That way there,
So I don't know Garrett
it makes
at
them.
all.
He was on Richford's ambulance fire department on Enosburg, so he's on ours.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, like, the name just doesn't ring a bell, so I don't, you know, so, it's all good.
Yeah,
I'll just wait for them to come.
yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine.
And I'd like you to look up the rules on mailbox driveways, so next time I can tell them what they are.
What's that?
How far off the road do we maintain? So
From center.
I've got some,
Oh, no,
Ammo.
there is directions that come
Oh,
from the
yeah.
state that say this is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
We do not.
okay, so get me a paper so as I can give it to Mr. Board
Okay, yes.
I think,
and nip this one in the butt.
Oh, honey, well, sorry, I get this all the time from him. He comes in here quite often, and I deal with his mailbox issues, and I just tell him this town of Berkshire doesn't deal with mailboxes. Like, we don't deal with mailboxes. You wanna go by my house?
So he's got one of the
You
better
wanna
ones
go
on the
by-
whole drive, as near as I can tell. I looked the other day and I says, well, if the mailwoman's not complaining about his, she should be about 20 other mailboxes.
Yeah,
Well,
so
the
I'm just
post
saying,
office
like.
puts out a paper that tells you about where to put the.
Yeah,
mailbox.
that's where I get it.
Oh,
It has
right.
nothing to do with us because the mailbox has to be a certain amount off the road for the post office.
Yeah.
We don't, if you got it too close and we hit it, that's your problem.
That's- yeah.
Like, but if it's too far off, it's still not our problem.
Okay.
It just
I mean,
isn't our
you stop the
problem.
garage, I'll show you I
Yeah.
got one.
Yeah,
So,
but there is a thing that they put out there that shows you the height, the far, the everything.
I mean, it's hard to believe. Technically, the car has to be off the blacktop.
I know.
Yeah.
So he,
So mine's illegal. His is actually probably pretty close to legal.
Yeah, his is
his is
actually
probably
fine.
more legal than most
Yeah.
anybody else's, just to say, yeah.
Okay, I did wanna say, Friday, we,
Mhm.
passed our CPR first aid thing.
Okay.
I gotta figure out how to, I don't know if he sent you anything.
It's in your folder.
You gotta,
Everything's in
you
your
gotta
folder.
go
The card-
online
I
and print off the
laminated
card.
the cards
Oh,
for you.
okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
No, there you go.
no,
So
he-
I do need all the M. Shaw stuff and bring it over, please, so I can get your paperwork
Okay.
together for you guys.
So what
Let's
do
see
we,
if I can-
what
No,
do-
I mean, whenever, not a huge.
what other T's and, we got a cross and I's, we got a dot for M. Shaw down in the pit.
That's what I
Oh,
just
yeah.
said to him. That's what I just
Yeah.
said. The
Yeah.
only thing we haven't done yet is the electrical part of that.
The electric, yeah.
We
What?
haven't gotten somebody out here yet to,
Yeah, and the sifter's up here right now,
so it doesn't matter.
so they can't do anything.
Even
But
if,
it has, to when it goes back, it has to be.
right, you have to do that whole training because you moved it,
Yeah.
which is fine, but I'm just saying, if you can get me the paperwork where you guys went down there and did your whole whatever thing, and then this course, I can get everything together for you.
Okay.
And all that has to go in the box,
Huh?
up there, that has to go in the box.
Oh, as far as what's.
Cause you need they need a first aid kit, they need a,
Oh, so that was my next thing, because he said something about that bleed kit.
He highly recommended that we do have a couple stop the bleed kits.
Right, and the basic ones are only like $50. And you can get the high-tech ones, but a basic one's only
Yeah,
like
and
50.
that's basically, that's what he said basically.
so the first aid kits that I brought, you guys don't have.
We
to
have
do-
first aid kits,
We
we
have.
gave them to him
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, no, he said them are, for little cuts or bleeds, but he said this is like, you cut a hand off or
Right.
something like that, he
Need
said.
something for like a
Yeah,
tourniquet.
so
or
what,
something.
like I said, I don't think it's a big deal, cause he
You
said
guys
he
had
could
showed how to
order
use
them,
that
and then
stuff
we just
Friday,
pay
right?
him for
Yeah.
them. It's Robert Willie,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
He
He's the
did-
one that did them, and he's the one.
Okay.
He did recommend, just a recommendation, but he said defibrillators. He said there should be one here, and we should have one in the garage. But he said them, they ain't no $50 deal there.
And how long do they last, are they like,
I don't,
He said they've seen them go, the batteries go 2 years, 3 years. Some of them, the batteries can be replaced.
but the battery costs as much as the.
yeah,
Probably.
it's pretty much obsolete once the battery goes
But
bad.
that was just a recommendation.
Okay, so do
But
we
he
wanna
did-
go
he
ahead
did-
with the bleed kits and get like 2 of them, or at least one of them?
It
That's
should
something,
have-
so that's, I don't think that's anything I can get, so.
Would you
Yeah,
keep
he,
that in the
Robert,
garage?
Huh?
Keep it
Robert
in the
Willie said
garage?
he would order
Well-
them and just bill us under him.
He said there should be one in every
In the
truck.
truck?
Yeah, oh, the kids?
Yeah,
Okay, so, and then,
that would be 3.
do you need one in the loader or just in the trucks?
I would say just the truck.
Okay, so we just need 3, okay. I mean, I don't think that's a big deal, cause like I said, a basic one wasn't really,
Yeah, I
we're telling
mean,
we want the basic.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's just a tourniquet and
Yeah.
big wad of
Do
bandages.
you know how to use it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I learned it.
They just learned it Friday, it's fresh in his
Well,
mind.
actually, I learned it from the first class we had years ago.
I know, when I put that away, I'm like, oh, I already have a first aid folder. Okay. So I think I am pretty much done, except for,
Executive session,
somebody wanna go?
a motion,
I move to go in executive session.
and a second.
Sure. I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And thank you.